In this video, I'm going to show you how to write the perfect introduction step by step if you get a combination type of essay. Hey guys, this is Dory. I'm a teacher of English, and in today's video, I'm going to show you step by step how to paraphrase and what phrases you need to use if you get a combination type of essay in IELTS Academic Writing Task 2. Combination essays are essays that combine two different task essay types. It could be, for example, present and justify an opinion along with causes and solutions. And this is the exact sample that we're gonna see today. So if you're ready, follow me and let's go.
So here we are with a sample topic that combines two different question types. Let's go and read it together so as to decide what types of essay it talks about. So, ignoring the consequences of air pollution to the environment, people insist on using private cars to public transport. A number of governments have imposed taxes on petrol so as to encourage the use of public means of transport. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this? And what other measures do you think might be effective? So, as you can see, it is a combination here, and we get that firstly from the questions. The first question we have is, to what extent do you agree or disagree with this, which tells us that it is present and justify an opinion type of essay. And the other question we get here is, what are the measures do you think might be effective, which again tells us that this is a causes and solutions type of essay. And we have both. So also we have a solution from the government, included in the topic. A number of governments have imposed taxes on petrol so as to encourage the use of public means of transport. So you have to think of other ideas too. This is for your main body though. I want to tell you that if you get a combination type of essay, your introduction is again easy. All you have to do is paraphrase the topic and then use the according phrases for both present and justify an opinion and causes and solution essay. In this particular case, I will show how we can do that step by step. So let's go and paraphrase our introduction. So let's start step by step. Ignoring the consequences of air pollution to the environment, people insist on using private cars to public transport. I want to start again with a general statement. No matter the essay type, I start with a general statement for everything. So because it helps me, right? So I go here to these expressions here, and I think I will choose this one. Nowadays, the number of is increasing. Let's see. So I did that. Nowadays, there is no doubt that the number of private cars in the streets keeps increasing, with air pollution having a serious impact on the environment. Again, as you can see, I didn't paraphrase everything. I kept pollution, I kept private cars, and I chose to paraphrase the consequences to having a serious impact on the environment. Again, I didn't paraphrase environment. It's very difficult to paraphrase that in order not to sound weird, right? And so far, I used my general statement to paraphrase the first part of the topic. Now, the second part of the topic gives us a solution from the governments. A number of governments have imposed taxes on petrol so as to encourage the use of public means of transport. I didn't use any linking phrase for that. I just paraphrased the taxes on petrol forced by the governments. So I used forced instead of imposed, and I did something else for paraphrasing also. I changed the structure from active voice, that it is here. I chose to use passive voice. You can do that in paraphrasing as well. You can use the same words and just change active to passive or the opposite. So, the taxes on petrol forced by the governments is a way to alleviate the environmental consequences in an attempt to urge people to use the public transport. Okay, I did a lot of paraphrasing here in terms of synonyms. Is a way to alleviate the environmental consequences in an attempt to urge people, instead of saying so as to encourage people to use the public transport, and this cannot be easily paraphrased, again, without sounding weird. So far so good. it is a combination essay, but all I did was starting from a general statement that I can use with every type of essay and just paraphrased the main part of the topic. And now we're getting to the questions. To what extent do you agree with this? And what other measures do you think might be effective? Now, for these two that correspond to different essay types, I will use different phrases. Let's see how we can do that. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this? It's actually an opinion essay. So I just chose from these phrases that I've got over here, present and justify an opinion, I just chose I think. I think it is highly unlikely that people will start using public transport because of that. So I show that I don't really agree with the way the government tries to solve this problem, but there are other measures that can be taken in order to improve the situation. And I also argue that I will give some solutions throughout my essay as I am asked to do so by stating that in the introduction as well. So I also refer to this question over here. What other measures do you think might be effective? So to recap, if you get a combination essay for your introduction, at least, you don't need to worry. You follow the same steps that I have shown you, starting from the general, making a general statement, and then moving on to paraphrase the topic in the best way possible you can and you have practiced. And then I use for the specific essay types that I've got the according phrases that can help me phrase either my opinion or express my ideas. And that's it. My introduction is totally ready.
Now, as promised, I'm going to show you all the useful phrases and expressions for making general statements and for each specific essay type that we have watched in this video series so far. So grab a pen and paper if you feel that works for you better, or grab your phone to take a picture of the screen, pause the video, and do as you please. There we go. Okay, that was it for today. That was the last video on a series of videos on how to write the perfect introductions. If you have more ideas for videos, please do write them down in the comments section. Until next time, thank you very much for watching and good luck with your exams.